That's rather annoying. Up close.
JJ,
Left.
you need to make Patrio and myself farm managers in the JSP again.
Hence the reason why I bought the utes, but it's not working out that way, is it? It's okay. Farm manager, yes. Yes.
And didn't you say you accepted contracts?
Yeah, I accepted 2 contract. Oh, you know what I've done? I've accepted because of my own thing. Oh, this is going to get used to, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying. Now where's my mouse gone? Contract. Clear contract. No, not clear contracts. I want to cancel. That's what I want to do. Well, that's totally annoying.
Don't forget to collect the cancellation.
Now this will take a little bit to get used to, won't it?
It probably will. Alright. Patrio, what do you have attached to your tractor?
Yeah.
Right now I have a cultivator.
You have a cultivator. Alrighty. Field 106 it is for you then.
Is there any seeding jobs?
Yes, there are. Field 27, Mr. JJ.
With
Triticale.
okay, field 27.
Yeah.
Ah, right there by my place. Geez, that's a good amount of hours there, Mike. 166 on one map. Keep forgetting to drive on the left too. I come straight out of the boo and I'm on the right hand side. I'll turn that off until I get closer to the field.
You bought the standard in-game Azurit planters, right?
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
we're going to
gonna
fertilise thing.
Yeah.
No, they
But
don't
then
take fertiliser on those ones because they're row crop.
Yeah, but then we're gonna need the front tank that takes seeds because the standard in-game one takes only 600 liters of seed. And I'm not about to drive from and to the field every few hundred feet because the seed tank is empty.
Okay. Well, I thought 600 would do us quite a bit because we don't go through much. But if I'm wrong...
The fields are bigger here, dude.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, alright. Oh, I haven't got auto drive. Well, I'm not going to do that then, am I?
Well,
No, I don't have an auto drive course that goes past this field yet. I was just going to, while I was here, add it to the field. And get rid of course pay at least. In my way. Then we're off. Well, I am at least. Apparently some of this field's already been seeded. Actually, what I'll do while I'm facing that direction there is I'll quickly go to here, turn that down to 1 degree. Make sure it's reset. Oh, it was the right 6. Yep, that's not what I want. And away we go. So I'm going to do a couple of headlands here just to give myself enough space to turn around after going up a row. Obviously it's going to take a little time to get used to this map and all the bits and pieces that go with it, especially the way we've set it up. Hopefully 2 headlands will be enough. Just make sure I got all of that corner, because obviously it could quite possibly end up with different crop on this field. And if we end up harvesting it as the contract, that's what we don't need, is it? Right. Straighten that edge off, which is perfect. Helpful when I come back and use the GPS to go up and down it. Did you buy something different, a different seed tank?
I did. I bought the Varestad front tank because the Azerit front tank only takes fertilizer.
Oh, good thinking. I didn't think it came with... Oh, yeah. Never mind. Actually, I wonder how my GPS is on this one here. Oh, it goes right down that way, does it? Oh, I'll sort that out later, I suppose. When I get back over here. Actually, I can get in right now. Surely 3 would be enough. About to find out. Oh no, I didn't want to go into reverse. Just want to do a Yui. Oh, yeah, plenty of room. The only problem is it's not straight at the moment. I'll go in cab once I done one more. 3 should be enough. Well, clearly it is because I managed to do a U-turn at the end there. Oh, there we go again. Gesundheit.
Dankeschön.
Someone's getting a bit sleepy. It's like you got up early or something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Or, oh, come on, press the button. Well, actually, it's the clutch pedal, isn't it? Not the button. Sensitive thing. Needs tissues. That's how sensitive it is. I'll go in cab. Make it look like I'm doing it not without GPS, that I'm that good going in a straight line. Look at that. Brilliant. Look, Mum, no
We all
hands.
know you are the. We all know you are that brilliant, dude.
Yeah, and you also all know to tell me what I want to hear, not what's necessarily true as well. Which is fine by me.
I would never do that to you. And by the way, I did in one headland and used 200 liters of seed.
Oh, really?
So,
How big's the field you on?
I'm on 87, the one we plowed yesterday.
Oh, well, yeah, no, okay, yeah. That even makes even more sense, doesn't it? Mind you, it made sense anyway, even if you weren't on that one, because we're clearly going to have big fields like that.
Yeah, and we got the Stevie ones as well because that does potatoes too. Because there's a giant potato planting contract and we don't have any potato planters.
Yeah, I know. Well, I told you why I didn't get the Stevie ones as we had before, because this...
They don't do the added crops.
Yeah. That this map comes with, so...
I mean, we do have the cash, we can just buy potato planters.
Oh, yeah, we do have the cash. We could just buy Stevie ones for doing the potato ones, if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
Or, since we've got so many options, we could skip potatoes and sugar beet. There's something to do.
Well, sugar beet we can do with this planter. Sugar beet doesn't need a special planter, that you do just with the row crop one.
Okay, yeah, well, there we go. We could just skip potatoes if we really want to.
Yeah, sure.
It's our business. We can decide what we want to take as contracts or not.
Well, yeah, and there are only so many hours in a day anyway.
So we're in agreement then. Not worth the time and money, especially when we can make more elsewhere. Oh, the rainbow's still there. Wonder if George and Zippy are there.
Who?
Yeah, that's more a reference probably to the colonies, the Commonwealth countries, because they most likely had that. There was a children's program from England called Rainbow, which had like puppets, and Zippy was one of them, and I can't remember the name of the other ones. And then you had the main guy, George. He was the host.
The host
Didn't
that
get
has
an
the
AU,
most.
but I'm aware of the show.
The host with the most.
Yeah. And they had a very interesting last episode when before the show got killed. Well, the very last one, or the end of the show. They went a bit adult humour in it, on a children's show. So I think they got cancelled under really bad terms or something happened, and yeah, they were clearly.
That's probably why they didn't give a hoot anymore about the humor.
Well, I mean, it wasn't the type of humour kids would have picked up on, but adults would have. That's for sure.
Well,
Bongle, that's the other character's name.
Who?
Bongle?
Yeah, it was Bongle.
Trying us out like
Yeah.
Bongle.
Yes. I thought it was Bongle, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't mention him. That was the bear, I think.
But yeah, that's how I know the show is from that episode. Because the story I heard was it was either a lost episode or after filming they just did an improv thing and that was that. Just to see how many jokes they could cram in.
Yeah. It's sort of like an every episode of Aggro, but... no, you're thinking George of the Jungle, isn't it? George Curious George. That's who you're thinking of, Mike. No. These puppets weren't anything like... Apart from the bear, I don't know what the other puppets were about. Zippy was named because he had a zipper in his mouth. So the host could zip him up and he couldn't talk.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Obviously inspired by the old saying "zip it" when you want someone to be quiet. Just
Mr.
generally
Patrio,
yes.
Field 121 is your next one.
Yeah.
After that.
Zip it's generally used in this country and I think in Australia as well, mainly on kids. To tell your kids to be quiet.
And it's just up the road for you, isn't that practical?
Well, about 2/3 of the map distance, but yeah.
Still just up the road.
Yeah, and well, one that got me was when you first associated 106. I'm like, yeah, that's just on the literal opposite side of the map. No worries.
Mike, I won't repeat that. Oh, it's just funny.
Watch it, you stupid runner. I will find out where you live, and I will come for you.
Oh, I mean, it's just...
Then I will throw cotton balls at you until you bleed. And I will take red cotton balls so nobody can see the blood. That's how cruel I am.
Well, you don't need to take red ones. You just take white ones and they'll just soak it up anyway, and you just say, I bought red ones. Save you looking for red ones. Always thinking, you're welcome. Helping your tips.
I mean, how do you think I would make them red? I would dip them in red paint and then in the freezer.
Yeah, but
you know
what I'm saying is if you throw cotton balls until he starts bleeding, the cotton balls will soak up the blood anyway and turn red.
Yeah, but those cotton balls won't hurt him. If I dunk them in red paint and then freeze them, you know, those will actually hurt.
Okay, well, it's also less violent than what I was thinking because that would have taken a lot of cotton balls and that would have been torture alone, constantly being hit by cotton balls. Actually, let's stop giving people ideas, eh? Don't do that at home, ladies and gentlemen. This is hypothetical thinking that we don't condone. We just happen to enjoy talking about. No, we don't even enjoy talking about it. Don't sue me. Don't look for my address. Please stay. Don't take us seriously.
What I'm thinking is this gate is a very silly idea. Opens inward so it doesn't block the road off. That's great. Blocks the field off.
I'm sure they mention it and it'd be fixed, you would think.
And why would I need to be coming with a zipper anyway? I don't talk that much. I'm not Fritzka.
Yeah, but Frithguy gets paid to talk.
Good point.
Yeah, which is why I don't talk too much. I don't get paid.
What do you mean? I'll give you 8,400 a day.
No, if that only were real money, dude.
It's still pay. Just not real pay, but it's still pay.
Dude, to be honest, I would do it for 100, for 1 cent to the dollar you pay me in game, in real life.
If I had 1 cent to the dollar,
I was going to say, if you're going to pay me 8k a day to play at the farming sim and talk, well, I'll just crack out a copy of War and Peace and get to it.
read the script of The Irishman. That'll cover at least 3 months. I'm finished, sir. Where do I go next?
You are finished. Alright. You will be going... Nope. Nope. You will be planting barley on field 55, please.
Okay, barley on field 55. Let me just get the barley up and ready. And 55. Right there. Oh, right next to the boo.
Oh yeah, it is.
Actually, I got a confession to make. Just to check that cosplay worked okay and everything like that, and with our equipment, I actually did a cultivating contract on field 55 with cosplay during the setup.
I am shocked. Shocked, I say.
Are you really?
Totally. Don't you hear the shock in my voice?
Yeah, he's turned up in mine. He's turned up in who else is he turned up in Feedy's? In fact, he insisted. Frith turning up on Twitch. Mike was saying how he says he doesn't use Twitch. Well, he doesn't stream on Twitch, but yeah, he turned up. Oh, the water's dropped a bit. Yeah, I actually had to do a special stream because he said he wanted to join and I just had the wrong time, and I said, would you like me to stream at a time that you'd be more convenient for you? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay. And 2 hours later I streamed to him. Call of Duty. He turned up too late though, because my first game I had a blinder. After that it went downhill as usual. Rather quickly.
Oh, I remember that stream.
No one was there to watch my brilliance. But now I know why it does that, why I have good games and why I don't. And it is to do with latency, even though it says I have like not too bad a latency. I got really quick internet. But I've always wondered why I have to put half a clip to a whole clip into people to get a kill, and they only have to put a couple in. And I looked it up the other day, and it's because of latency. It is a common thing with latency, so... It's not that I all of a sudden am that bad, it's just that, as usual, Activision are crap. And even worse now, their servers are just shocking. I'll jump into a game and the latency will go anywhere between 100 to 180, and then eventually it drops back down to the usual 40 odd towards the end of the game, so... I should have done the auto drive course to this field. I'll try and remember when I leave. I'll do one out and do one in. Get it sorted.
Yeah, I mean it's right next to the bull, so.
And I've got to sort out these mirrors. I'm sure I've got actually I've always had this problem with the Vultras. No others actually. So maybe it's not to do with that, because I'm sure I've got the option of all mirrors up. Showing.
Oh, it was like graphics option setting for max mirrors.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got it at full max. I've got it at max. I did have, I don't know, since when I had that thing where my PC restarted itself in the middle of the stream and changed all the settings. That was on the last stream, was it? Or the stream before that, Patrio?
One before, I think.
That was absolutely shocking, that. Make sure I get all of it. We don't have that problem, but obviously, mind you, I would have used Courseplay. Courseplay would have got the whole field cultivated. The settings I used. You've never played Call of Duty, Mike? Well, there we go. That must mean you'll have a pretty good blood pressure then, because mine hits the roof when I play that game.
Why is that not surprising?
It's just Fortnite for adults.
It really is, isn't it?
Fortnite brings out the terror in teenagers, and Call of Duty does the same thing for adults. Alright, I'm going to line up here. I'm going to reset this because it's a north and south situation to a 45-degree angle. I'm going to reset it, and then I'm going to set it, and no, it's not a 45-degree angle. Well, ain't that a pain in the backside then?
It would have been too easy, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. In that case, I'll come back out. And I will reset it back to 1 degree then. Yeah, well, Call of Duty's a love child of Medal of Honor because that was the first one that came out. Medal of Honor, and then you had Call of Duty, the very first one. And then you had Medal of Honor, the next one, I'm trying to remember what it was called. Was it just called 2? I can't remember. I played them all up to Pacific Assault and the Medal of Honors. And you had Call of Duty 2. Then you had another Medal of Honor. Then you had Call of Duty 3. And then after that, I believe, well, you had the expansions like Frontline and stuff like that with the Call of Duties. And then they came out with Modern Warfare a few years later, which was a huge success. I think out of all of them, actually, the first 3 Medal of Honors and the first 3 Call of Duties, the very first Medal of Honor was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. Black Ops came out after, I think it was Modern Warfare and then Black Ops. Then you get another Modern Warfare and then you got Black Ops again. I think they alternate between them, if I remember rightly. So they bring out one and bring out another. And I don't know about now, but the reason was, or used to be, they were developed by 2 different companies. One did Modern Warfare, and a different company did Black Ops. Because they were obviously contracted to Activision.
Yeah, Mr. Patrio, you can go back to the boo. I am currently collecting the seed from tank. You will be taking the second row crop planter and joining me on field 87.
Yeah.
For a bit of sunflowers.
Another real good one I played was called Hidden and Dangerous, and that was fantastic. These are all World War II ones before, obviously, Modern Warfare came out. Hidden and Dangerous was really good because it's you had a squad, and you're like SAS or something like that. So you could go first person in any one of them, but you also could set them up to from an overview map to tell them to go here, wait for a little bit, shoot here, assault here, or whatever, and then yeah. So you can time it. And that was really good. And then the best one I think I played of the World War II variety would be the Band of Brothers in Arms series, which unfortunately they stopped after 3, and then, well, they brought another one out 4, but it was arcade type. But that one was really, really good. That was like the TV series Band of Brothers. Well, it followed real-life diary of 2 real-life paratroopers in World War II that came from the Airborne. Obviously not the same, not Easy Company. And in the first one you played as Sergeant Matt Baker, and then in the second one you played as Red. I can't remember his name was. It was called Red because he had red hair, orange hair, whatever. And then third one again, and they did a really good job. They actually went to all the locations and made sure that in the game that it looked exactly the same as back then. They looked at historical videos, historical footage, not videos, footage, and all that, photos and whatnot, and actually followed what they did. And one really cool thing about it was if you've seen Band of Brothers, there's the episode Karen Tan where they have the fight at a hill. That's in the first game. Yeah. See, if you remember the tanks, the American tanks turned up just in the nick of time. It was actually because of the character you play in the first one, Matt Baker. He was the one that actually went and got them. So you actually get to see that. But another good thing is there's a scene there where Blythe, which was the main character that they followed in that series, there was a guy that comes up with him. He had like round glasses, spectacles on. And he says to Blythe, "Oh, it looks like you guys had a hell of a fight here." He's actually one of the characters from the game, because like I said, they're from the game, and also obviously in Band of Brothers, if you know, they actually followed real life people from the Airborne. So PFC Liggett, I think it was his name, or something like that. So yeah, no, they were really good games. And that one was similar as well. You could actually tell you guys you would have a suppress team that would provide suppressing fire, and you'll have an assault team. So, and you could actually set them up on the map to tell them where to go and what to do, sort of like Hidden and Dangerous, while you had a good storyline that went with it. But unfortunately, they did Market Garden was the last one when they went to Holland, and they were going to do Drenius Virus or whatever it's called, Bastogne or whatever. But they never came out with it, which was a real shame, because it was if you like the first person shooters, that was a really good one. I don't know why they didn't. It was made by Ubisoft too. And that game came out before the TV series Band of Brothers. Oh, really, it was a mini-series. Why not? You got the castle in the background. There's the train. I just noticed that. And occasionally you get an old steam engine come past as well. And you see the smoke. The first time I saw it, actually, I didn't see the train. I just saw the smoke coming from the trees, and I noticed the smoke was moving. And I went,